All right, guys. Recording's on. Everything's good, right? Dude, how sick was this LST call of ours? We pretty much laid it all out. All the planning was done, and it conformed to chart exactly, man. Exactly. Let me quickly show you what happened today on that. Let me try to recap that. I'm gonna move this giant. So how did I know that once 85 broke, it'll, because back then the chart was like this. 85 was the support. So you see that, guys? So when it broke, it's going to fill. This is a gap fill down. So these are one of the major strategies that most guys know, but I'm introducing you guys, and you guys don't know that already. It's called a gap fill. So once it breaks this, there's a channel of air that's just going to fill down. I said 75, but it was 76, so pretty damn close. So, but the key is this. So 88 was the support all along. It kept on bouncing off of 88, right? And so it had a very tight channel up to $1. It's like a 10-cent channel. So you could have just scalped it like I did, like Alex did, until that channel broke. So what we did is we held some core and traded around our core. So recycling shares, right? That's the concept that I coined. But so basically we're just channel trading and getting our averages up and all that, waiting, because what happens is this, guys. This stock has been up, my God. 1, 2, 3. This is day 3. Remember my day 3 rule? Making sure this is recording here. So you can imagine it like this. Each day that goes up, there's more chance that it's going to go down. I mean, it's just like how much more can it go up, right? So usually I call it a 3-day rule because I've observed that the 3rd day is when it starts to like unravel. It squeezes up in the morning, as you saw. Then it starts to unravel. So what I did was I had, let me show you my trades on it. Let me move this in so that we can still check out this. So in the morning, I started shorting around $1. So basically, I didn't do anything pre-market. Pre-market, I kind of watched it to see what it would do because I didn't know it's a squeeze or whatever else. So the pre-market sets up the chart, which I'm trading on during the intraday, right? So remember I said, it's okay, I wake up late. It's an insurance policy for me that I let the chart form it on its own. Back in the day, I used to be like trying to top tick and cherry pick all the tops. And that's how you get killed because you don't know what it's going to do. So now I'm okay with being a little late. I'm okay with getting not the top tick. 10 cents lower is fine. As long as there's a lot more meat left, and there's a lot of meat on this stock, right? So I let the chart form around 8 o'clock, right? Until all the way to 9. So at 9, when it started going back up to the tops, I started to scale in. You see this? Let me turn on the actual the lines here. So when it went back up towards this, so I'm scaling wherever the tops of the pre-market is, right? So I started scaling in. And then when the bottom fell out, I covered some. Then I re-shorted the top again. And then I was like, oh shit. And then it dropped down, I covered again. And then it started moving up. Once it moved up, I started scaling back in. So basically at each resistance, right? And then it broke the resistance and went up here. So I added a ton up here. And I just waited to go down, and then I just unraveled the trade back down. And so we went back down. I tried to short some more, and because I thought this was over. So I thought it was going to collapse, right? Little I know, it started squeezing back up. But I used the guides. They never got past the original resistance areas. And so I was okay to scale. So I kept on scaling, dude. I would be fine up here too. I wanted to keep going. And so when it went back down, I started unraveling. Right? And so I started to take some off so I could recycle the shares. And then when it dropped, I covered some more. Holy shit, 75. Cool. Let me put some trades in just in case it bounces. Holy shit. No, guys. I'm making more trades here. Still holding some, you know? This is sick, guys. Come on, back up. Holy shit, look at that go. Remember I said 65, guys? In the morning, I said 65, right? So 75 and then 65 here. And the next one's going to be down at the 50 cents level here. So you see all these lines here, dude? These are the pivot lines. So you can start. So these are the lines I actually would scale into. Holy crap, man. I left a lot of money on the table doing this. Fuck, I didn't get a chance to hit it. So this, let me see. Let me place some orders in, line orders, so that this is sick, guys. This is a ridiculous. Whatever we said in the chat is going to go red, because what happens is this, dude. It kept on bouncing, but it making new lows. It kept on making new lows. And so each time it bounces up, it's okay for you to keep adding. If you try to play aggressive, that's what I started doing, right? So every bounce, you notice I'm adding and adding and adding more. And I missed this last ad because I was doing this recap for you guys. Shit. This is sick, guys. Hold on, guys. I'm making trades right now while we're doing this. Once again, I'm not alerting you guys on this stuff. I'm telling you guys way beforehand. I don't want you guys to start chasing and knowing where I cover or where I short, because then that just starts doing a crowded trade, right? So we talked about lines, right? So now it's up to you to formulate your own strategy. And I gave you guys all this line in chat way before all this happened. You see where I got these numbers from? The 88 line, and then the 85 would fill up to the 65. So it's around here. So the next area would be the 50 cents once it breaks down. So let's see if it breaks down. But now this is what I call a pile on short. Meaning every time it goes up, dude, I'm adding. And I'm taking some on every washout. It's just a very safe way for you to trade. Lock some out, lock on the wash, short on the bounces back to resistance. So let me, so I'm trying to trade as we do this live here. So I don't know what the hell, let me see. This is sick. Making my orders are, okay. So this is perfect example of a 3-day trade, 3-day rule trade. This is so sick. Good job, Alex. Alex went to lunch, held it all. I sat around, tried to do this live, and sometimes you gotta walk away. It's just like I'm sitting there looking at the profits, and I'm like, fuck, I just need to walk away. Alex held a shitload. He went to lunch. I'm pretty sure he's refreshing all his quotes during lunch, but good job, guys. We fucking totally nailed it. If you guys did not get on this trade, it's fine, dude. Just watch and learn. It's like you have to be comfortable. I mean, this is real money you're playing with, so you have to be really comfortable. And it's okay, man. There'll be more. Tomorrow, what's going to happen is this. Tomorrow, this is going to be the continuation play. This will be the low-hanging fruit play for tomorrow. So if you miss it today, let's root for it to. Oh fuck! I just screwed up something. If you missed it today, wait for tomorrow. I'm trying to trade at the same time. Just learn, man. Yeah, just start trading small stuff. So now what's going to do is we're going to try to hit it toward the 80 line. So let's take a look at this. Like the 77 area, 77. Come on, baby. This is sick. But you guys see how that worked? I mean, the chart says it all, man. I don't even have to say anything. Just looking at these prints and then looking at the chart, look how it bounced off right off this level. The low was 64. 64, dude. Look at what the line I'm showing. 633, yo. Pretty fucking accurate, right? And so all I'm doing is trading with these bands, dude. I mean, I don't know how much more simple can you get. The key to trading is this, though, guys. It's timing. Remember I said you could be broke but still be right. So these guys are shorting shit down here because it started at 15 cents, right? They're like, oh, this thing is a turd. Why is people dumb? They're buying this shit. And so they add more here. Then the next day they add more here. So now they're in like big time at 40 cents, right? It's a nerd. It's a turd. It's a turd. But and then what happens? Boom. They cover here because they got squeezed the fuck out. And the next day it tanks down and they go, see, I was right. But they're fucking broke. So trading is not about being right and wrong. It's about being right at the right time. Timing. That's why I always laugh at these guys that talk about how people are stupid buying these stocks. Like, no shit, they're stupid. But fuck, man. You can't be shorting it here. You have to time it. So the best traders are the guys that time it well, not the guys that know the stock is going to tank. Of course the stock is going to tank. No shit, Sherlock. You don't have to be a fucking genius to know this is a scam that's going to tank, right? The genius comes in is having the discipline to wait, actually. So it's actually not being a genius. It's being a very self-disciplined trader. So the best traders are the most disciplined traders. They're able to wait it out. So the amateur shorts get in early and they get killed. And then the amateur longs think this is going to go forever. And then they get killed too. So it's all about timing. You wait for, you have to do the lines, man. I'm just telling you, you have to fucking do the lines. And here's the fucking lines right here. I'm hoping it comes back, man. I'm hoping this shit comes back. I'm hoping it comes back to the 87 line here too. That's a very far off line. It won't come back up. It may put up the 80 line here. But do you see how we scaled into this trade, guys? Once the top, for shorting is to determine what the top is. Once the top is known, it's very easy because you start to scale in around that area. The unknown is, I don't know what the top is. So when you're shorting here, you thought this was the top and it blew you away. This is why I don't hold this shit overnight when at this low, dude. Because someone can come in and buy the entire company. I could come in and buy the entire company myself with a few $1 million, right? And so that's the fear I always have. So my rule of thumb is like, I don't want to be in overnight anything short that any idiot can come in and buy the entire company. And that happened before KBIO. So just a rule of thumb, you know. I don't care if it's a low float, whatever. Just do the math on the market cap. You can't be holding short overnight shit with a very low market cap that means you can walk in and just buy this shit outright. So hold on. I mean, I'm still trading this stock. Let's see what it is. So what I talked about, timing. So remember I said, man, so a simple rule of thumb that I usually do for these is to not touch anything in the 50-cent level in terms of shorting. I wait for it to hit $1 land. Once it hits $1 land, now I can start looking. So when it starts at 25 cents and I see 50 cents, most of the time it'll go down, but I don't want to take the risk. But it's when it goes up to here that you can size in, man. And you have a long fucking way to go down. Let's take a look at HERX. I'm hoping this thing goes up tomorrow. It's the same type of pattern. Tomorrow will be day 3. Any questions on this? This is pretty much a straightforward play. This is one of those, if you do not get in early and have FOMO and be stuck, it's a very easy play. The problem always is this. You mistime it and now you're stuck. And so you can't afford to hold it longer because you're like praying to break even. You're praying to break even all the time. And the moment you hit even, your mental psychology is to take the loss because you're like, oh fuck yeah. And so when it goes down more, you're like, oh shit, I gotta chase more. And that's when you get all fucked up. So the best way to trade is to wait. And if it doesn't hit your numbers, forget it. Buy the next stock. Why did I start at 1? Mentally, $1 is usually where it is when it comes from the pennies, okay? The chart actually says this. Let me show you the chart. I actually did not go balls to the wall because I'm trying to find the chart here for you guys. Okay, guys. I did not go balls to the wall because I wanted it to 125 actually. You see this line? And Alex wanted 150. But I took a chance on $1 because it started doing it started bouncing and it had a very tough time getting over 105. And that's why I chose the dollar line. But I didn't go all in. I saved a lot of bullets just in case it broke 110, which it never did. So if I was a hindsight guru, we call it the Huru, Huru, the hindsight guru. He's the brother of the Furu. It's like the hand waving guy. That's like, oh, I could have done that. Should have. That's how you get killed, man. If you always talk about, oh, I fucking should. I knew it. I should have loaded up. And then what's gonna happen the next play? You load up and you get killed. So don't be the Huru. He's just the brother of the Furu. They're both fucking bad siblings. Okay, the Huru and the Furu. And so this is where I got the 125 line. So I play it very safe, guys. So this is the way I play. I could have went balls to the wall at $1, but you know what, man? I made decent money. I would never maximize and make the most money because what's going to happen is this. If it goes my way, I would never be happy. I could have gone in double the size, triple the size, right? So you don't even get into that game because this is why you do the pre-planning. And so during the pre-planning, you're not in the trade yet. So that is when you can make the most clear decision you can make. And so don't second guess yourself once that, because when you're in the battle, you get very emotional and you can't think straight sometimes. You get greedy or you get fearful. Like an example here, like pre-planning says I should be shorting around 110, right? And so or $1 line. But when it starts coming back up and I'm fearful, I take my orders out because I think it's going to go to 125. Then I already fucked myself up because that was actually the correct line. So emotions and fear, I alleviate by pre-planting, because when I pre-plan, I had taken the emotions out of the trade. I'm not in the trade yet, right? So I could do my full analysis. So my full analysis is this, 125. So I'm saving bullets for 125. It never came. It never came. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I had so many bullets I could have pulled at 110 or $1. But you can't get into that Huru game. You understand why you can't get in that Huru game, right? Because that was the best pre-planning I could do. Of course, you can do dynamic on the fly adjusting, but you know what, man? Which we did, but at the same time, it's like I still save some bullets. That's the way I work. I'm not the all-in kind of guy anymore. I might have been back when I was younger, but now I'm okay with taking the meat of the move. Don't need the top and bottom, and be green every single day. Knock on wood, man. You see what I'm saying? The name of the game is not to be the hero, because heroes get burned and killed. I'm just there as the sidekick who grabs all the money when the hero dies, right? And gets the girl when the hero dies. But, okay, so that's how I came upon that number. And so I'm just working my lines, man. These are the pivot lines. And so the whole thing is once it goes up, it goes back down. I can't draw this is my fuck you pattern, right? The FU pattern, the middle finger. It's up to you. I go all in. I wanted to, but it never came back to my levels for me to keep adding more and more bigger and bigger. So let's take a look at, I'm kind of pissed off that we're doing this recap because I fucked up an extra order. It's okay. Sacrifice for you guys. I covered way too much here. Fuck. See that? I kind of screwed up. So then when it came down, I covered some more. Then I added some more. And then, is this the right trade? Yeah. So now I'm just going to start adding. If it goes back up to 80, I'm going to start adding. I'm holding a core. I should have held more, but. All right, guys. So that was an LST. It's still going on. Let's take a look at Fred. Let me check my orders in LST. But what I explained is very straightforward, right? There's no magic to this, guys. HERX. There's no magic to this, right, guys? There's no magic to an LSST, right? Any questions on this? I mean, this is pretty straightforward, right? Just based off the charts. It's the fear. It's always the fear. So you do the pre-planning. So we talked about this trade all throughout the day too. So we kind of handheld everybody. So this is huge, guys. So the next move down is going to be like the 50s, right? So it's coming towards this. So if you want, you can take some off. You see what I'm saying? It's like you could take some off and then wait. And now 75 is the line, but it will never go back. But I'm hoping it does. Shit, man. See, now there's a greed. Now the greed comes. It's like, fuck, why didn't I just hold my entire order, you know? Well, that's sick, right? Oh, man. And now let's see. See, when it unravels, man, you're fucking stuck. And whoever is the leader of a room and who's pumping you, buying along on a day 3, fuck, get out of that fucking room. Do yourself a favor and get the fuck out of that room. It's like he may make the money, but you're going to get killed. That is just the most irresponsible shit I've ever fucking seen, dude. If any of your fucking leader, so-called leader, advises you to buy a stock on day 3 and try to squeeze his shorts out, fuck it, run. Because he may make the money. He will make the money because he's the first guy in. And he'll be the first guy out. I just, fuck, man. I you got to play the right way, guys. Habits mean everything. You can't be trying to manipulate the stock, trying to squeeze shorts. I mean, that's just not the proper way that you yourself can trade. The main guy can trade because he controls the big money and all that. But as a normal day trader, don't fall for that bullshit, dude. Learn to trade the correct way. It's very simple. On the way up, trend up. Don't short. Wait for the top. You can go long if you like. I don't like going long these because it's up from 15 cents, dude. I could wake up the next day and this shit have an offering. It'd be halted. All sorts of shit. So after a certain point, I'm just scared shitless going long on these stocks. You can go long on a day 1, no problem. The day 2, it gets more scary. So day 3, fuck no, dude. Fuck no. You're stupid and suicidal. Alex just kicked ass. He's just texting me. 53 grand. Good job, Alex. Good job, Alex. No free action there, my friend. All called real time. No secret bank accounts. It's fucking straight up, man. That's MIC, guys. And I told Alex, man, it's like no pumping in the room. We never saw, even though we're up a shitload and we think this stock, we never saw us fucking bash this stock and pump this stock. All we did was what? Show you the fucking chart, dude. And you determine your own. Because I want you guys to be self-sufficient, guys. Seriously. Yeah, I want you to be able to look at this chart and know what the fuck may happen with a big probability, right? Fuck, it goes up, it goes down. I mean, fuck, it's simple as that. You just don't want to, it's all about timing, guys. Stop being a guy that keeps saying that like this stock is the fundamentals, like they're going bankrupt. I don't need to know that shit. No shit. It's very obvious. It's a 10-cent stock. It's a fucking 10-cent stock, guys. You don't have to be a fucking genius to fucking start talking financials and shit, you know, like fuck. I just want to know when I look at a stock, when do I get in? When do I get out? Look what it's doing. The low is 58. So it's around here. So these are guidelines, but you always have to look at the tops of these. So I'll tell you how to do charting. So the top is the resistance. But when it comes back down, the resistance becomes a support. And so that's how you do the 55 line. And the low is 58. So, I mean, it's not an exact science, obviously, because it goes so damn fast. But this is how you read the start. So on the way up, the resistance, once it breaks the resistance, it comes back down, and that's the support. It's as simple as that, guys. No fancy shit. This thing goes so damn fast. Now, a lot of these indicators are what's called a lagging indicator. These indicators are way too slow. You can't fucking, so for my own trading, the only thing I like are the lines and Fibonacci if you want to use that, because sometimes you don't know how to scale in. So just draw the Fibonacci. Let's take a look at how you do that and see if it would have worked on this stock. Fuck, man. Alex, you need to send me a paycheck. I was doing this fucking, you told me to do the daily recap. I just gave up like a fucking 10-cent move on this big shares. But anyways, okay, so let's do that. Let's do the 5-day. So to do this, you do the Fibonacci. Let me see. I'm not an expert on this, by the way. So you can draw it to where it fucking came from. And these are your lines. Or you can do intraday. Let's remove this. You guys can Google it. I mean, this is, it's more, you can do that. But for me, lines is fucking working. If you do it correctly, actually the lines, for some reason, hits the Fibonacci line too. So these could have been Fibonacci lines too, for all we know. I just depend on the software that does it. It's called Pivot Lines. This is called Real Tick. I pay like $600 a month for this. You can probably get through DOS has maybe, I think Thinkorswim has this. Pivot Lines, you can look. So someone talked about it in the chat room. So going to the charts, and someone in the room should know it, because I remember someone told me in the room they could do it in the Thinkorswim software. So Thinkorswim is American Trade, and you can just open an account with $50, dude, and you can get free real-time charting with that. So it's very powerful. So open up a Thinkotrade account with $50, and you can do a TOS, Thinkorswim. That's Ameritrade, and also DOS has it. But I've been using this thing for like 20 years, 15 years. So I've been 15 years, I think. So I'm just used to it. So I just pay that fucking money. And so that's one thing, guys. It's like you pay for the tools that makes you money. Okay. It's just a cost of doing business. I mean, I used to be hella cheap back in the day when I started out how many times I tried to like save on commission because I didn't want to pay a higher commission. So I lumped 2 trades into one, and then fuck, dude. And then I was like, fuck. And then I'm losing $1,000 trying to save $8. Just trade right, trade correctly, and then the profits will come. Okay. So let's take a look at it. So that's LSST. I'll let it keep going because hopefully it'll bounce to 75 cents, and that's when we can get another entry, right? Or it's 2 o'clock. We got 2 hours for this sucker. So I don't know if it can recover that high, or if it's just gonna go fucking to 50 cents, guys. I'm hoping it bounces so we can get more, but this thing looks fucked up. Time of day should matter as pivot lines use previous day's data. These will probably change as, I mean, I don't trade long enough. I don't hold it for like a week. So I don't, I'm just using these as intraday lines. And like I said, guys, I can only show you what I use. I've been trying to like figure out this Fibonacci thing, but I always come back to these lines, dude. That's what I use. I mean, if another indicator works better for you, use it. I am not the know-all and all of all trading gods, but I thank you for those that think I am. I fuck up all the time. I fuck up every fucking day. Me covering some up here is a fuck up, but it's okay. Like, I mean, it's like I can't perfect everything. The one thing I keep doing is I'm just trying to be green every fucking day. Try to make the most of the meat of the move. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being realistic. I mean, it actually is a good thing because I'm not the best fucking trader in the world. I just happen to, I think, in my opinion, be the most robotic in terms of discipline to implement my strategy. I have a strategy that's been working, and I've just been better at being disciplined to implement it. I'm less greedy than most people. Greed is where these people die. I'm older now. I'm mature, so I tend to be less because I've made money already, so I don't need to keep building that bankroll like some people. So it all depends, you know. So I'm a good example of, I'm not the, I mean, I don't study all day and night. I drink a lot. I wake up hungover, and I'm still able to do this because why? I've been doing the same thing over and over. I've been looking at the same charts over and over, and you can do it too. It becomes repetition, right, guys? Oh yeah, man. All this is, it's all, the numbers can be different. It's like however they draw this shit, you know. So I don't know how the fuck they came up with this. So let's see the analysis. Let me see analysis bar and volume attributes. Show pivot lines. So that's what this program does. It shows the pivot lines. I mean, you can go to Real Tick and try to pay $600 a month if you like to. So, I mean, that's, for me, it's worth it. I mean, I can make a trade, and other people may not, but you know, you use your own indicators, whatever you like to use. So this is pretty much this trade. I'm going to keep watching this because this trade is not over. I'm hoping it bounces to rescale in. I still have some left, but not enough size. Not enough size, my friend. Alex, are you all out? You still have any left? Covered half. So you got half left? All out, low is 591. Sick, my friend. I think Alex told me to do the recap so that he can steal all the covers. To take all, to slam the fucking bid, motherfucker. God damn it. I say I do something shit with Shady. I'm like, I made a fraction of what he did doing this shit. Fuck. It's okay. But I'm telling you, man, this is great. See, so I've been mentoring Alex for a while too. So he's I know. So this is, so back in the day, I used to mentor this guy. So remember my Fannie Mae trade? I made like 1.4 million, and I'm like, who the fuck is stealing my prints, man? I should have made 2 million that day. And it turns out it was this guy I mentored. I traded with him every day. He made $1 million that day secretly. Well, not secretly. He was trading with me, but he was feeling so much fucking size. So it basically was me and him. So basically, if he wasn't there, I'd make all his money. So I would be up like 2.5 million. And so we crushed that day together. But it's kind of like, it's funny because like now me and Alex is like our fucking own competitor. You know, that's the funny thing, right? So like Alex is in huge, and so he knows this shit. He's doing this shit himself. He's covering the same spots I am. He's shorting the same spots I am. So it's kind of like, motherfucker, let's divide this out. You make sure you only get 50,000 shares and save me another 50,000 shares. You can't be hogging up all 100,000 shares. So I think that's what. So me and my old guy used to scream at each other all the time, like, "You motherfucking greedy bastard! Why don't you save me some? Why the fuck you steal?" But that's exactly what's right, man. And after a while, you know, like we trade so similarly, dead on exactly. You know, it's like because we work together. That's what it is. But this is what I fucking love, dude. I mean, I so now, like, dude, Alex is fucking phenomenal, and so he's my biggest competitor. Anyways, guys, so that's NLST. Fuck, I'm just kind of pissed off. Fucking started this webinar shit, and this shit tanked because I would have slammed some more here. Anyways, okay, stop crying, motherfucker. Okay, I'm gonna go. So let's talk about Fred. Fred was a good one. Fred was an obvious one, not obvious, but a low-hanging fruit, I call it. But let me put some orders in, and then I'll start talking. Are we having fucking fun, guys? Is this fucking fun or what? Like I say, if you miss it, it's great. You learn. It's like this stuff will come all the time, guys. This is a skill that once you master, man, you can just fucking like, dude, I love coming to work. It's like a day I miss work, it's like I'm thinking in my head, shit, man, I just lost myself $4,000 or whatever the hell it is, right? And so that's how I think about it. It's like, back in the heyday of penny stock trading, dude, it was ridiculous. Every day I didn't go to work, it'd be like I'm like, motherfucker, I lost 10 grand, you know, just off the opportunity cost. But that's the beauty of this guy. I mean, like Alex tweeted the other day, 4 years, 4 years. And people think it became an overnight success. Nah, man, 4 years of grinding to make $100, $200, $400 a day. You can talk to Alex about this, you know, it's a progression, man. Once it clicks, boom, then it clicks. But the clicking is different for each person, right? Okay, so let's take a look at NSLT, please go up. I need more. Hold on, guys. Let me double check my orders. This is where I get major ass FOMO. Okay. So this is Fred. So yesterday's Fred went up to 310. That's at the close. And so today is pretty much a continuation, right? Yeah, man, I can't fucking look at this shit. I still holding some core, but fuck, not enough. Not enough. So I was fuck. This was my play to nail, meaning like fuck. I wanted it to go back up here because remember now that NLT and all these new stuff moved, Isaiah was moving. That was a new play. So people forgot about Fred, and that's when I was like, I love it. People forget, I love it. So I started shorting around the $3 line. You see that? So I actually have top ticks up here. Yeah, I try to fill as much as I can. Then I started covering. I covered way too much here, but it did go up. I had orders near 3, so it never refilled. I was too busy at SLT, so when it went back down, I started shorting some more, and so I started to lean on it. So now you notice the continuation plays how I trade. It washes, I cover. So it pops, I should have short here, but I was up here. It drops, I cover some. It pops, I short more. It drops, I cover some. Drops, I cover some. Pops. So I'm hoping for that stair stepping down. And then it'll reach a point where the trend will change. So I kept on doing it. See, I kept on covering. So the trend, and I was like, fuck. So I covered my last bits down here. And this is just a continuation play, guys. Stress-free. No one to fuck around. No one's pumping this shit because no one even sees this shit. It's boring as hell. It's not the cool hot stock. And that's what an SLT is going to be tomorrow. That's what Fred is today. That's what Isaiah is going to be tomorrow. Isaiah was a more difficult one. I didn't fill in the morning. So I was kind of pissed off because I didn't fill this sucker. This is way too early for me. 7 o'clock market time. I'm not even up. I mean, I'm up, but fuck, dude. I didn't know it's going to go $3 or whatever. So I didn't get in. So Isaiah, I did not do well. I mean, I made money, but it was fucking poor, very poor trading. So I didn't get anything on the morning move. I was kind of pissed off. I didn't want to chase. So I was like, okay, it's okay. I don't have to be in every single stock, right, guys? I don't need to nail every single stock. As long as I nail some and make my money today, it's fine. There's so many stocks out there, man. If you have an ego and you try to nail everything, that's where you get killed. So I maintained discipline. I didn't chase. I actually waited for it to come back up. So it was like 180 was a low. So it popped up to 210. So that's why I started scaling in. I covered some here, and then fucking boom. I got lucky. I guess I could call it luck, right? But I always seem to get the top tick. So I top tick some here. I add some here. I covered it here. You know, it's just simple stuff. I didn't wait enough because I'm like, fuck, dude. I gave it so much time, and it was during the midday. I shouldn't have been in it to begin with. I was scared of it. And so sometimes when you don't have a good feeling, just get out. It's okay if it goes down more. Just get out. So I got out, made some little money, not much money. But the fact is, I shouldn't have fought it so much, especially when it reclaimed so much, dude. This thing could have gone up to here, and I would have been like stuck. So I got a little arrogant because I was up on the NSLT, and I broke my rule about trying to add a short after 10:30. You know that? So this was kind of like me trying to wiggle my way out of a mistake. It just will happen to go down, but why fight? It's like, this is not an optimal stock to fight. It's a day one mover. Who knows? Tomorrow it may be back here, but it was just too like when a stock clicked. Remember what I said? Like I'm hoping for it to bounce, but if it bounces too much, dude, that's scary. So be careful what you wish for. I didn't trade it well, but I didn't lose. So, I mean, it's a bad habit. I need a break. But one good thing about this is I didn't add too much. But once I saw the top, I kept on adding it, and so I got out. But NSLT, once again, let's take a look. This is where I can do better for the next move. Like Alex physically removed himself from the trading station, so he doesn't get fucked up with these level 2 games. Like some asshole puts up 100,000 shares and shit, and and it starts to move up, and you know. So we all say it's gonna go red, but you know what, man? It's very difficult when you're sitting there sometimes, and I mean, I'm human, dude. I don't trade like a robot. I wish I did. Sometimes I do trade like a robot, but sometimes when I'm all into it too much, I get too emotional. And so like, fuck, we all knew this is going to make this move. I called it. I mean, when I'm not in the trade, I call it perfectly for you guys. But when sometimes you're in the trade, it's just your emotions get up. There's so much money involved. They're like, I'm happy with this money. What if it goes back up? And, like for example here, and this is what gets you most of the time. So it drops from 90 cents down to 76 cents, right? And I only took off half of a nice position here. And so it grinded all the way to fucking from 76 to 92, dude. That's a big move. 15 cents on a 76-cent stock. That's a big percentage, right? That's a big money. And that's where you're like fucking downing yourself. And you're like, fuck, I should have took more off. I should have took everything off and went long. So this is where the Hoover comes in. Okay, the Hoover is like, fuck, he haunts me, man. He haunts a lot of people too. Furu don't haunt me anymore, but the Hoover always haunts people. And the Hoover is the coulda, shoulda, woulda mentality, right? Because you get all like, and then I hear what Alex is in, and it's like, oh fuck, man, why you got twice as much as I do? It's just stupid shit. But that's the fun, competitive side that having a trading buddy helps you. It kind of pushes you too, and gives you a different perspective and helps you. So I suggest everybody in this room find some trading buddies and start working with them, man. They will push you and they will save you. Because if Alex does something stupid, I'll slap him too. And he tells me, "Bow, you should not be in certain stocks," And so it's more eyes, the better, right? And this is part of the mentorship, dude. Find a trading buddy. He basically mentor one another. Seriously. You don't have to have a guy that's more knowledgeable to mentor you, because like a young guy like Alex sees things from a different perspective, so it's a good thing. So it's like poker, man. Like if you are a professional poker player, they always say, "Oh, he beat me because he didn't bet right. He should not even be in that hand. What the fuck is he doing holding that card? He should be no, motherfucker. He beat your ass because you're too predictable." It's like, no shit, you should be playing poker by the book. But what is your edge if every motherfucker plays by the book? You see what I'm saying? So sometimes playing by the book doesn't work, man. You have to have an edge. It's like they use the book to trick you. That makes sense, guys? Like poker, man. It's like, there's no way this guy will be betting with these cards. He's bluffing you all the way. And then when you do the showdown, you see the Phil Hellmuth get pissed off because, what the hell? He should have been in. He got lucky. Yeah, motherfucker, he beat your ass. That's what it is. So sometimes a fresh perspective, guys. So every time I trade like this, I try to do something different. Hold a little longer. Try a different thing. That's the only way you can improve, man, is to get outside of your comfort zone as well. So this is a little advice for the guys who've been trading a while as well. How do you break out of your current situation? Because you're doing the same thing over and over. Sometimes you want to get better, and the only way to get better is take a risk. To try something you haven't done before and see if it works. That's the only way. So I remember the other day I was trying Fibonacci. I never fucking did that shit before. So I'm just trying something different. So each day I try something different, and it may cost me money, but that's part of the tuition that you pay. But in the long run, if you pick up a strategy, a new way of doing things better, it'll pay off. So those are pretty much it. Rand, I kind of fucked up on. So I'm gonna show you a stock that was red. I only lost $300 on this. I wasn't that bad. So this is the only stock I lost on today. I don't lose often on these, but when I lost on this, let me show you what I did wrong and how we can be better at it. So this is one of those Hoover stocks, meaning, remember in the morning, I was like, this is a short. And I knew it, but I couldn't get the locates in time to short it. I was so pissed, dude. It went from 260 down to like 180, 190. I was like, fuck, that's a big move. And I even told the room, remember, guys, I told you this is a short in the morning. It looks too obvious as a long. But the chart, you know why I thought it was a short? Let me show you. Let me pull this sucker up for you. Always look at the chart, guys. Everything is in the chart. Let's go back to the 1 year of REN. I drill down to 6 months of REN. 3 months. This is how I get down to the charting that I can see. Let's see. Well, maybe it wasn't this chart. Let me see. I think it was Finviz. There you go. See? I'm like, look at this. Dude, 250 is huge resistance. So just based on the chart alone, that was a good indication of, that's a good starting point to do some entries, right? So let's go back to what the chart really did. So it did, dude, around 250. That was the resistance. Crazy, right? Crazy coincidence, guys. 250. Today, 250. And this is back in July. So, I mean, charts repeat itself, guys. So that's why I kind of noticed, look, dude, all morning, it had a tough resistance. And so sure enough, it went down. So this is where the Hoover comes in. I was like, fuck. So I call it the makeup trade. And so I waited for the sucker to go back up. And it went back up. When it went back up here, I started shorting the 220 line. And I mean, dude, I was right, but it's kind of like now I'm past the 1030 line. It looked like a trapping because every time it went down to 2, like it bounced back up. I couldn't cover it. And so I just got out. I got out for a small loss before because it kept on going up. And so sometimes it's like, fuck working yourself out of the trade. Just get the fuck out when you have a tiny loss. So for me, $300 was a tiny ass loss. I said, I want to deal with it. Took the loss. Taking a loss sucks, but taking the mother of all losses is even worse. So sometimes you just got to cut it so you can not look at it and focus on what's making you money. So I cut this sucker so I can focus back on this and made it all back and then some, right, guys? So that was a stock I lost. And then AGRX, I didn't touch this today. It's being pumped. Yeah, so nothing really due today. 90 line is the line that I'm going to hope for tomorrow. And so hopefully it goes to the dollar tomorrow and it'll do the same thing as LSST. Cool, guys. Any more questions? This is, we still got like another hour and a half to see what could happen here. LSST is still doing exactly what we thought it'd do. So 6.3 now would be the line. Can we go back to Fred? Okay, what do you want to know about Fred, Eric? How do you know continue to go down? I don't know it's going to go down. I don't know if anything is going to do anything. All I do is I'm looking at the charts. And once it breaks certain lines, I'm like, it may go. So take a look at this. So 240, dude. That was what I was eyeing all along this morning. You see this yesterday on 9/10. It bounced off the 240 line. You see that? It dropped and it bounced off the 240 line. So and look what it did today. It dropped and bounced off the 240 line. And that's all I can do. I'm trying to mimic what it did in the past. So that's what charting is. Charting is based upon the history of all the prints that happened in the past. So it's a probability that the same, holy shit, anybody still in? I'm still in some, but fuck, I couldn't get any more ads. So where is this guy going to go? 506. That's all I could do, right? I don't know where this NLCC is going to go. I'm using the previous chart to guide me because under this, it would be a 40 line. So I'm gonna put some orders out each. So I'm just doing my plan of shorting the resistance, covering each area of the support. So I'm still in from high. This is crazy, dude. This is like fucking 50-cent drop. This is some insane shit. But I've seen this pattern a million times, man. It's just a matter of good timing, because what happens is you can get blown away really quick yesterday. If you were shorting and adding here and you get 87 cents, you add here, you thought it was a top. You woke up this morning, it's $1. You're fucking covering, dude. You're scared it's gonna go 125. So it's all about timing, man. So it's like we all know it's gonna go down. It's a matter of when is it going to go down. Okay, trading is all about timing, and that's why I urge you guys to be very patient to pick your lines. I'm trying to explain a very difficult topic as simple as I can, and that's why I use the line analogy, because in my opinion, to start off, that's the most easy way to read a chart. A lot of people pull up all these fancy reversal doji shit, fucking head, shoulder, shampoo. I don't fucking know, like, I mean, fuck, man. And they make their students memorize what a head and shoulder and ankle and bracelet, whatever, wrist. I mean, all sorts of shit, like, fuck you. I mean, like, dude, just talk to me in English. What the fuck does that mean? Right? Seriously, they go fucking got dandruff and shit. Head and shoulder. I'm like, fuck, dude. You know what the head and shoulder is? I call that the FU pattern, which is my middle finger, man. More people know what the FU pattern is than a fucking shampoo. Okay? I mean, that's what it is. So I'm trying to explain to you guys in a non-technical where you guys can understand. The best way I've learned is through lines. Think of lines as the ceiling and the floor of your house. When it hits the ceiling, you fucking jump on your bed, man. Jump on your fucking mattress. You hit your fucking hand on the ceiling. That is the resistance. Okay? Where the mattress stops bouncing, that's the support. But if you're too fucking fat, you bounce on the mattress breaks, the fucking frame breaks, and the floor breaks, and you fucking fall down to your death. Okay? That's what happened here. So always think about that, right? The fucking ceiling and the floor. You're too fucking fat. And what happens is an SLT was too fat, too many sell orders, broke right through the fucking floor. The Oprah Winfrey trade right here. Well, that's what it is, man. Lines. So it's basically you go from one line to the next line. The key is to draw your lines. It's like you have to know. It's up to you to draw your own line, man. I'm just showing you what I see, but this is completely wrong. Who the fuck knows? But this is what this concept of scaling in and out around an area, because it's like around that area should be some, and so you always take some off, Holy shit, this thing never bounced, dude. See, once it broke, it never fucking bounced back. Son of a bitch. And so this is where you get the fucking FOMO. Okay, so Fred, we answered your question on Fred. So Fred was these lines, and so I'm just basing it on the previous day, guys. I'm scaling in and then scaling out the same way that the previous day is doing. So I'm mimicking the previous day. So if you take a look at this, you print this out and you fold the paper in half. It kind of mirrors, right? Fold this in half. It kind of mirrors, and that's what it is. It's you unwind it, I call it. You unwind your trade. And so when you exit a trade, you unwind it. So when I enter a trade, I enter through what? Resistance. When I unwind it, I exit through support. Remember what I said? The support is the resistance. So the support is the resistance that's been broken. So the resistance and support is the same thing. It's just, are you going up or are you going down? So like example would be like your house. Once again, the roof, the ceiling of your ceiling on the first floor is what? The floor of the second floor. Same thing as the third floor, fifth floor. So you think of it as an apartment complex with 8 floors, dude. So every time a fat ass guy like me jumps on the bed, I fall from the 7th floor down to the 6th floor and the 5th floor. That's what it is, guys. Resistance and support is the same thing. It depends on if you're going up or you're falling down. And all I'm doing is I'm reversing my trades for the next day. That's it. And it's like now it's just a matter of how greedy you want to be, because I don't know when it's going to bounce. some big guy could have gone and bounced, but this is what I call it conforming to the chart. So these are the terms I made up. It conformed to the chart, meaning like it was mirroring itself. And usually it does conform to the chart if it's an organic, natural trade. Like if no assholes in a chat room is accumulating this shit to try to squeeze shorts. You know, this is natural. No one's accumulating this, but people are artificially accumulating this shit, you know, showing 100,000 bids and trying to, you know, pump and dump. And, you know, you have a lot of games like that. And so that's why for me, the continuation, low-hanging fruit plays are easier because they're more natural and no one's talking about them. I let them naturally trade by itself. But when you start having a crowded trade, there's a lot of manipulation going on. Cool, guys. It was pretty good. You guys have any more questions there? Oh shit, SSC. I forgot it filled. I filled at 517. Let me. So I put this thing a long time ago. I didn't clean up because I remember the 520 line I told you. I actually filled, dude. So now I'm gonna cover some. It was a free money. So these are the slower trades that I usually do sometimes. I put a little order here and then maybe a little order at 540. But when it reclaims as much, you gotta be careful. But I'm just doing the scalps, so in a small order. So there are many different strategies you can trade. So one of the strategies I do is just the resistance, the channel between 520 and $5 over here. You know, you just have to try, guys. Seriously, you can do it with 100 shares. Try it with 100 or 200 shares. You don't have to do much. Pay your commission. So it's a learning experience. That's it. That's the only way you can learn, man. Just start doing it. Start trading these with like 1,000 shares. How much can you lose with 1,000 shares, right? Just make sure you pick the right lines to get in and out. So bounce this morning. I wanted to bounce this at 88 cents, which I did. 88 cents here. So in the morning, I thought it was strong, man. So I was like, if it came back down to 80 cents, I would, but it didn't. So I went the short side. So I was flexible in my analysis of NLT because I didn't know. Because for me, I thought 125 was going to hit. 110 was it, but I really thought it was 125. So I saved a lot of bullets for 125. Good job, Alex. 53K. Day 3 rule. Nailed it. Killed it. Cool, guys. I think this is good. I'm going to turn it out. Any more questions? Today was a great lesson, man. We talked about all these stocks in real time, guys. Real time. Oh, one more thing, man. Boot camp, guys. I mean, this is sort of stuff we're going to show you in person too. So don't forget the boot camp. You like this? Upgrade to the annual, and the boot camp is free for you guys. So, all right, I'll see you guys in San Jose. Hopefully, I'll see you guys on back. I'll turn off this and I'll go back to the main room.